Like, do you honestly think we were made and put on this earth just to lay in bed all day? That inner bitch voice comes in my head every day when it's time to get up and put in work. When I know somewhere out there there's somebody that wants to be in my shoes. Fellas, imagine the feeling of when your son look up at you and asks you, what did it really take to get to this point? Don't you want to become a man that your family is proud of? Don't you want to stamp that legacy in your bloodline? What's going on, fellas? Last night I stayed up a little bit late. I told y'all that I was going on a 90-day run. So I was up coming up with video ideas, editing, scripting, and scheduling some videos for y'all to come out for y'all. Since I stayed up late last night, it was a little hard for me to get up this morning, I'm not gonna lie. I got up this morning, I had a bit of a stuffy nose, sore throat. I don't know why, but when I woke up, my thermostat was on like 60 degrees, it was freezing. But just like any other morning, my alarm clock went off at 4:45. I hit the snooze button, and in my head, I'm like, just 30 more minutes. Just lay down for 30 more minutes. You already don't feel good. It's freezing, you're warm in your blanket. Your bed's extra comfortable, just 30 more minutes, good. But once I hit that snooze button, I immediately had this feeling of failing. Like in my head, I'm like, just because you went to sleep late last night, you're gonna break your system? Just because you have a stuffy nose right now, you really gonna break your system and fuck up your routine and your schedule for the rest of your day? Fuck up your streak for the rest of the week? And as I reflect on that moment, fellas, I realized that my habits, my system, and my routine will always lead me to the right decision. That's why it's so important to have a routine and follow your system. With that being said, my alarm clock went off at 4:45. I got out the bed at 4:50. I dropped a video yesterday, fellas, where I spoke on a conversation that I had with a 60-year-old man. And it was a pretty deep conversation. We were speaking about life, some of our experiences, and even some of his regrets. In yesterday's video, I kind of emphasized time and how not to waste time and how not to take advantage of time and how not to procrastinate and take time for granted. But with this video, we're gonna talk about mindset. First and foremost, I had to realize how blessed I am to even wake up to begin with. It's literally a gift that many of us take for granted. I realized that it's a blessing to wake up every day and work on my purpose. I get to wake up every day and work on becoming the best man that I could possibly be. I literally get to wake up and motivate men by building a mindset and habits that are unbreakable to become successful, because that's what I have done for myself. I had to reframe my mindset from I have to do this to I get to do this. I wake up every day, I complete my daily habits, I follow my systems, I sharpen my discipline on a daily basis because that's what I want to do. Nobody's forcing me to do this. It's really a blessing to sit here and tell you guys that I get to experience the best version of myself because of the choices that I make on a daily basis. I get to experience waking up at 4:45 in the morning. A lot of people haven't. I get to experience going to the gym. A lot of people haven't. I get to experience shooting YouTube content. A lot of people haven't. I get the experience impacting men like myself. A lot of people haven't. And fellas, understand this, I'm not where I want to be at all, by a long shot. I always revert back to when my rental car business failed. It was going successful at first, but I didn't have the systems to keep the business running. I was trying to do everything by myself or spare the moment decisions instead of following a system. And I know for a fact, by no doubt, that if I would have followed my system to a T and stuck with it, that I would have been able to not only keep my business, but grow my business. I had my business for almost 3 years. And when I had to dissolve the LLC, I felt like I failed. Some negative thoughts came behind that, but I had to realize that that was a learning experience. But literally look at it like how blessed I am to even be in a time period and have the opportunity to pursue entrepreneurship and get my reps in. Like, yes, my business failed, but how blessed am I? Fellas, your mindset equals your reality. Your mindset and your energy is very important. The consistent thoughts in your head will eventually reveal themselves in real life. Like when you say, damn, this shit sucks, I have to go to the gym. Or damn, this shit sucks, I have to wake up early. Like, do you honestly think we were made and put on this earth just to lay in bed all day and just exist? Just be a body? Like, fellas, as a man, why not wake up early and push yourself to your furthest ability to see how far you can actually go? Honestly, fellas, ask yourself, what's the worst that can happen? Of course, when I started my business, I never had the thought of it failing. But from the experience and the mindset that I've gained from having that business and being an entrepreneur, now my mindset's a little different. Now I'm asking myself, what's next? Like, honestly, what's the worst that can happen? I start a business, it doesn't go right. Okay, we go back to the drawing board and we use all the experiences and what went wrong and make sure we don't make the same mistake twice. Real talk, fellas, a lot of us are being lazy and we thinking it's okay because nobody's sitting next to us to correct us. We think just because we wake up, go to our 9 to 5, come home, eat bullshit, watch Netflix and go to sleep that we're doing something. We think just because we get off work and go to the gym, come home and go to sleep that we're doing something. Fellas, that's the bare minimum. Especially if you want to become a tier man, that's the bare minimum. Do I always enjoy scripting, shooting, editing, scheduling, chopping up short form videos? No, but honestly, I'm blessed just to even be able to do the work. I'm blessed to have a platform that connects me with people from around the world that I can help and influence become a better version of themselves. Because honestly, fellas, what the fuck else am I gonna do with my time? Like, honestly, like if I wasn't sitting here right now recording this video, what else would I be doing with my time? Eating, binge watching Netflix, on the phone with a chick all day? Like, honestly, what's better than working on yourself every day and making progress towards your goals on a daily basis? When you change your mindset, fellas, that's the cheat code to unlock the better part of your life. I make sacrifices to wake up at 4:45 in the morning. I make sacrifices to go to the gym. I make sacrifices to make these videos. Watching other people benefit from my sacrifice brings me joy. Fulfilling my purpose and keeping the promises I've made to myself brings me joy. Fellas, honestly, as a man, do you think you'll find joy if you sleep in the bed all day, eating junk food, playing video games, consuming motivational content and never taking action? Do you honestly think you'll find joy in that? Fellas, even though I wasn't feeling the best this morning, my responsibilities do not change, regardless of how I feel. I have to stay fucking busy because when you're not busy, you have empty time to drift and to fall into bad habits that slow you down or keep you held back. Right now, currently, I have a brother in tier University who had too much free time every day on his hands. This free time led him to ordering unhealthy food, doom scrolling on social media, watching porn, indulging in things that were actually weakening him instead of helping him become stronger because he didn't have structure. He didn't have a system. He didn't have a scheduled routine. It was too much white space on his calendar.
It's the boredom too. Like, can I make a sandwich at 3 a.m? Like, and then you're just staring at your kitchen. That's how it goes. Then if you mess up, then you want to binge eat. Now you want to order a pizza. And that's what I'm trying to avoid. I don't want to be like that anymore. And then the good thing is, like, I kept on thinking, like, when you told me, like, the nasty shit, it pops up in my head. It's like, that's that nasty shit. Like, don't order that. And that's what I was thinking about yesterday, for real.
If you're saying you're eating out of boredom, why not take that time where you're bored and read the Bible or study some more for your CDL? Did you delete the apps off your phone? Are you still getting on social media?
The spike of boredom will hit, like, especially if I'm home. But, that boredom between, like, the 4 hours. And I don't know if it's good or bad because it is my free time. So you tell me, because...
Bro, you don't have free time. You want to know why you don't have free time? Is your bank account where you want it to be? Is your weight where you want it to be? Is your discipline where you want it to be? So what makes you think that you have the leisure of free time? We are going to do some things that's going to help, because I know in our first call you said, that white space on your calendar, that's what fucks you up. So we are going to do that. So we're going to fix it. But bro, I need you to get in your head that free time is non-existent right now. What me and my brother did was, on his last call, we dissected his day. We looked at the standards that he needs to meet on a daily basis. Then we set the daily habits that he needs to complete to reach these standards that he had for himself. And then structured his schedule around success so he can become him. Fellas, I've been there. I've wasted the time. I've listened to that little voice in my head telling me, don't do it. Be lazy. That inner bitch voice comes in my head every day when it's time to get up and put in work. It always says, like, what's the point? You can relax. One day won't make a difference. Nobody will notice if you don't drop this week. And yes, I think about myself and what I want to become. But honestly, fellas, I think about y'all. I think about the guys who send me messages and drop comments under my videos, letting me know how much my videos have helped them. How selfish would it be for me to sleep in all day and say, oh, they don't need me. They don't need me today. I could just relax this week. They won't care. When I know somewhere out there, there's somebody that wants to be in my shoes, who wants the body that I have, who wants the charisma that I have, who wants the confidence that I have, who wants the skill to communicate that I have, and who is looking at me as a brother and relying on me to help them get to the point where they can become him. How selfish would I be not to show up for him? I literally cannot be the same Gib that was dropping 2 videos a month. I literally cannot be the same Gib that was only hitting the gym 3 days a week. I literally cannot be the same Gib that was moving with no discipline, because I know my impact and I set the tone for a lot of men who's watching. That's my fulfillment and my purpose. I know the harder the journey, the sweeter the reward. Fellas, imagine the feeling of when your son look up at you, or someone that you love and care about, they look at you in your eye and ask you, what did it really take to get to this point? Like, what did it really take you to get to this point? And then you start reminiscing on all the days that you wanted to stay in bed, the failure reps you didn't want to do, the macros you didn't want to track, pages you didn't want to read, the mentorship you didn't want to invest in, the hatred, the loneliness, the doubt that you overcame. You stuck to it. The depth of your struggle determines the height of your success, fellas. You gotta remember that during the tough times. The tough times don't last. Fellas, I encourage you to put yourself through adversity and see how far you can go. See what you actually made of. See what you built like. See what you're capable of. Because your potential is limitless. For one moment, don't think about yourself. Think about your bloodline. Think about your son. Think about your daughter. Don't you want to become someone that they're going to be proud of? Think about your father, your mother, your grandparents. Don't you want to become a man that your family is proud of? Don't you want to stamp that legacy in your bloodline? I have a crowd of people in my head watching me, and you should go to war with the people who do not believe you can do it. And all I can say is, watch me. How blessed am I to realize that this is the journey to my success? Fellas, it's not about the pursuit of joy. It's about the joy of the pursuit. If you want me to help build a system so you can stop breaking your routine, hold you accountable so you can start folding to that inner voice, and structure your life so you can stay disciplined every single day, then click the link below. Book a call, we'll see if you're a good fit. But understand, fellas, HTU is not for everybody. So please don't book a call if you're not ready to turn your life around. You've seen the discipline, you've seen the sacrifice, you've seen the consistency that it takes to become him. So if you're ready, let's get to work. But understand this, brother, if you do decide to commit to this journey, understand that it's not just you, it's us. Fellas, let's fix our mindset, stop playing fucking games. It's time to perform.